African National Congress Secretary General Fikile Mbalula has made strong remarks regarding undocumented foreign nationals residing in South Africa, urging those who entered the country illegally to return to their respective nations. Speaking during a recent political briefing, Mbalula emphasized that the South African government, together with its immigration authorities, will intensify efforts to clamp down on illegal entry and residence, asserting that law enforcement will not turn a blind eye to violations of immigration laws. Mbalula underscored that while South Africa remains a welcoming nation to all African nationals and international visitors, the principle of legality and documentation must be respected. He clarified that the government's stance is not rooted in hatred, but in the need of pervasive law, order, and security within the country. He said, South Africa does not hate foreigners, but it insists that everyone within its borders must be properly documented and lawfully residing. The Secretary General further pointed out that the issue of undocumented migration has increasingly strained public services, contributed to unemployment pressures and community tensions in several urban centers. He warned that the continued influx of illegal immigrants risks fueling vigilant responses from frustrated citizens who feel neglected by the state. Mbalula highlighted that movements such as Operation Dudula have emerged from this frustration, often taking matters into their own hands when crimes are already linked to foreign nationals without proper papers. He cautioned, however, that such civic formations, while expressing legitimate concern, must not operate outside the confines of the law. Mbalula emphasized the importance of a state-led and legally grounded response for illegal immigration rather than community vigilantism, urging South Africans to work with authorities instead of resorting to violence or discrimination. Addressing the routes through which undocumented migrants enter South Africa, Mbalula made specific reference to the Beitbridge border post as the key gateway between Zimbabwe and South Africa, describing it as one of the primary hotspots for illegal crossings. He noted that despite government efforts to strengthen the border security, corruption, pose fencing, and inadequate surveillance continue to enable unauthorized entry. The ANC, he said, will begin engaging with the Department of Home Affairs and the South African National Defence Forces to reinforce border control measures and tighten monitoring systems. Mbalula's remarks come amid growing national debate on country's immigration system and its social economic implication. Analysts urge that while South Africa's constitutional democracy obliges it to protect refugees and asylum seekers, the state must also balance the obligation with domestic stability and accountability. The illegal immigration issue, they say, is not merely a political taking point but a structural challenge involving economic inequality, governance failures in neighboring states, and regional underdevelopment. Furthermore, Mbalula's statement signals a renewed emphasis by the ANC leadership on law enforcement and governance discipline ahead of the next election cycle. His message to undocumented foreigners to regularize their stay or return home reflects both political pressure from citizens demanding stricter border control and ruling party as attempt to reassert its authority over immigration policy. In conclusion, Mbalula's call represents a broader national conversation about identity, sovereignty, and fairness in resource distribution. While his comments have drawn mixed reactions, some are praising his fairness and others warning of potential hatred undertones. The message is clear. South Africa seeks to maintain its humanitarian principles while ensuring that immigration aligns with the legal, ethical, and security frames. If managed effectively, this approach could restore confidence in the state's immigration systems and foster peaceful coexist between South Africans and foreign nationals. But if handled carelessly, it risks deepening divisions and fueling social instability across a community already burdened by economic hardship. Yes, that was Muzan's Trends. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. See you on my next video.